Today we're going to discuss a modern data fabric. Well, one thing we know for sure, that the data sources that we're dealing with today are proliferating at a rate we've never seen. The complexity is growing also, dealing with content like files and still legacy systems like vSAN on Z and others, as well as IoT streaming and APIs connecting directly to systems and flowing data maybe from third parties where you don't control the data as well. So a modern data fabric really connects, right? The glue that connects in a better way the new and complex needs of our consumers to those source systems. Needs like being able to build content with large language models, and AI, generative AI, applications now needing insights that have been transformed and manipulated to better feed their outcomes and others, like chatbots and others. The data science community in of itself, as well as analytics of all sorts as part of this. So traditionally what we saw was data integration layers that would take your data from these source systems and then move that data into something like a traditional data warehouse, or recently, maybe it was on the cloud, or maybe it was a data lake. But again, these constructs have their own limitations. Usually a data warehouse, high performance, but constrained and high cost. A data lake, often we've seen turned into a data swamp. In the same way, the new data needs flowing into these systems needs to change. And we've seen all of this from things like streaming of data with components like Kafka and others, to data pipes, to now natural language processing going into content and extracting it as well and bringing it together. But again, wouldn't it be great if we could take the best of a data warehouse and a data lake, bring them together into a construct that meets the needs of source system security and others, but to the applications getting the right people, the right data at the right time. These technologies have been evolving, and just recently, one has really come to the forefront as the leader in bringing this data together, and it is the Data Lakehouse design. So what is a Data Lakehouse? So a Data Lakehouse really brings the unstructured capture capabilities and object store behind the scenes of data that can handle unstructured content, structured content, and everything in between, but also then allows you to layer over top different engines that allow for different types of processing, such that you're not replicating data or having to shift it and replicate it multiple times in data marts or other things to get to the outcomes to meet the consumer's needs, no matter where they are or what they are. What brings the Lakehouse to life is really a high performance table structure known as Iceberg. This allows for interconnectivity from legacy systems like your data lake and data warehouse back and forth to the Lakehouse, such that you could have certain portions of your data and save huge amounts of cost, but still have accessibility. This accessibility is for things like Snowflake. You can connect from a Snowflake query through into a Lakehouse and back through Snowflake again, bring the data together. DB2, Oracle, even Databricks that was not on board with Iceberg early on, now has opened and embraced this technology. In a similar way, the limitations that were on a lake or a data warehouse in the past have been removed, because with a Lakehouse, you can actually plug in the right engines. As I mentioned, some of them, Snowflake, DB2, but it might be your data scientists want to interact through something like Spark. Or maybe they just want to directly access it with SQL. Or maybe they have unstructured content that they need to vectorize and process into large language models through RAG technique or other things. So you can vector as well. So all of these options then allow you to pivot around the end goal. This is a cornerstone of that data fabric. Sometimes as well, the consumers need to consume data in real time, and thus then the business metadata side can be shared across the entire architecture. The business metadata would be things like your data catalog, and also it would help you with things like lineage and governance and other pieces, but allow for things like the streaming of data in real time as well to your end consumers, such that maybe not all data needs to be stored long term. But again, embracing the holistic design of reusability of the ingestion parts, reusability of objects, and offloading objects for cost management, as well as utilization of optimal engines to meet the end consumer's needs across the board. There are a number of vendors out there that can handle certain portions of this modern data fabric architecture, but only one that really has it end-to-end combined. With the IBM portfolio, Cloud Pak for data, and then the watsonx.data for the Lakehouse design, you have an agnostic architecture that can plug into your legacy systems, tie into anything content-wise and source-wise that is coming down the pipe, but also enable and not handcuff you for a future where new needs are going to prop up all over the place while at the same time mitigating cost. Mainline and IBM are your partner of choice for this. Thank you.